So this is the Sony Vaio gaming PC 2001 era machine, if you remember it. It's in a new case, as I said it was in a previous video. Power button I just mounted down there. It works fine. It's kind of satisfying, but yeah, I'll show you the insides of it later. Ow. Oh yeah, those are the Dells. They're fine. But yeah, months later, this guy's working fine. If that power's plugged in, give it a quick old boot. Boots up just fine. And I got something for it. Windows XP Home Edition. Look at this. Brand new little copy right there. Isn't that fun? Yo, what's up? So what's weird is, just before I took that little clip, this computer was booting up fine into the BIOS and all that, like it usually does. And I think that was weird. Why didn't it boot up? And I think it has something to do with some residue from when I just sprayed WD-40 and water on it. Like in these ports here, I got it good with my WD-40. I got this whole card with water and sprayed the ports with the WD-40. And what I'm doing is all that, and I can kind of see some liquid running down the board, the back of it here, so maybe that has something to do with it. I really doubt this computer's busted at all. It's a pretty reliable one, so one way to find out. Okay, so this computer is really weird. This is the next night, day after at night. But I plugged in the fan the right way, so it's looking way better in there. And the problem with this computer that kept it from turning on is, well, first, next CD. But let me get in the light. This sound card, mothership. Okay, with this sound card, this X-Fi, it's really nice looking. It's PCI, gold IO slot or whatever. But it was keeping the computer from turning on. I had this problem with another computer before. It was actually the little Xeon Ivy Bridge gaming PC here. It has a PCI slot, third in there. It kept the computer from turning on. And somehow it's having the same effect. So, computer's still good, don't worry. Alright, Windows XP. Go. And by the way, I didn't state it yesterday, but this is Windows XP Service Pack 2, the 2002 edition. There it goes. I know this CD drive works, or it's actually a DVD. This computer just doesn't know what a DVD is, but it'll work. Exit saving changes, yes. I'm pretty familiar when it comes to installing Windows XP, so this shouldn't be too bad. Found an error. Why do you always say that? Maybe I should have started this without overclocks. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be. Who cares? Yeah, it's a 19-year-old computer. Maybe I shouldn't be overclocking it. We'll find out. Whatever. This is a pretty trustworthy machine. So I'm not sure I looked fast enough, but if you exit and as it's loading, let me pause break at it. It said something about no emulation on the DVD drive. See, it showed the Windows XP thing there. Okay, that's just the... Oh, is your computer okay? There it goes, and boot from CD-ROM. No emulation. Any key to boot from it? Let me try again. Maybe pause breaking had something to do with messing that up. Come on, this got to be human error. Here we go. Come on. I think this is it. It should be good. I pressed a key fast enough and it said, checking your hardware or something. Yeah. Here we go. Nice, I got it. All right, great. All right, so it's time to set up the partitions, and this is the 120 gig Western Digital. So all I have to do is delete partition, enter, delete, come on. There we are. I'm pretty sure I should be good. Yeah, here we go. Just a quick format, it doesn't matter. It's not like there was any weird ass information on here, but who gives a shit? I hope this drive's in as good condition as the 80 gig was in the 4300, the Dimension 4300. That thing boots up in like 20 seconds. And I mean like still. And I've been using this thing for like random Windows XP type shit. Okay, so it's just getting the rest of it done, then I'll put in a bit of information and I will see you at the home screen. There it is. I think it's complete, but we'll have to see. And wow, that was quick. The Windows XP loading screen was like there and gone. I didn't see it install my graphics drivers, unless it'll do it once it's in Windows. Yeah, I know. Maybe it did. I just see your screen. Okay. Yeah, it's making it all wacky. I don't know, I'll have to see. I know it would if I hook up the internet, but you know, I just want to get up and running for now. All right. So I'm back on the home screen with a lot of very good news. One, we'll start with the system properties. The Athlon is holding its clock speed of 1.33 gigahertz I gave it. And that's great because the fastest CPU this motherboard supports is the 1.4 gigahertz Athlon. And this is just under that, and I'm getting that for free. So that's great. The 512 megabytes of RAM is showing up, all good. And this is actually Windows XP Professional Service Pack 2. That's okay, that's a bonus. And the display adapter is showing up, that's all good. I got my drivers, and you can see the 1200 by 1600 sorry, resolution. It's looking all nice. This is a pretty good 4:3 aspect ratio panel. But one more thing, I'm gonna get some software on here, maybe CPU-Z, crystal disk info, check out the health of the hard drive. I'm pretty sure it's as good as the 80 gig, so all healthy, all good, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I'll get that on my Mac, put it on a flash drive, put it in here. That'll be easy enough. So I got the USB drive and the USB 1.0 port, not a 2.0 port, even though I have an adapter, a PCI adapter, because for some reason, I don't know what it is, but it never fits. Like, it's always a bit too long for some reason. It's like, I don't know. I got to work before, but never mind that. I'm on Crystal Disk Info, and it says there's a pending sector count on the hard drive. That doesn't mean there is dead sectors, I hope. But other than that, there's like no hours on it, and it's basically a new drive as expected. But yeah, it boots up super quick. I already did a restart test. It was faster than the 80 gig. So yeah, that's all right. I'm fine with that. So as you can see, when I drag a window across the screen like this, like any of these, it just jitters, bugs out. That's just the integrated graphics being bad in nature. But we can help fix that with a new graphics card. And this is one of those AGP slots with no spacer key on it, so you can't tell the voltage. But there's two options: either it's closer to the left and it's a 3.3 volt, which is older, or it's a 1.5 volt to the right more. It's noticeable, but really it's not that big of a deal as long as you choose like a newer graphics card with this computer, because there's no way this is a 3.3 volt, and it worked with the GeForce 2MX, so again, it should be fine. Something less important, the transfer rate. If it's like a 1x, that could be bad. If it's a 2x, still bad. 8x would be a miracle, but yeah. It's a cheap Asus motherboard, honestly. I can't be frank. Again, Asus ROG, it's making this computer look way more cool than it should be. It's just an Athlon, come on. Here we are, Asus motherboard. Okay, as I expected, it's a 4X AGP 2.0. That shouldn't make a big deal. It's kind of like PCI Express. You could throw a 8X card on there, it should be fine, no biggie. Yeah, kind of what I expected. It's, you know, it's fine. I tried what I could. Open hardware monitor is showing this error that I've seen a couple times in the past, but I can't seem to get around it in this situation. But I don't know, I've never had a computer do this. Usually older computers like to mess up with this kind of stuff, and this one doesn't like to share its information about its specs. I'm fine with that. It's probably running pretty cool. I'm gonna replace the thermal paste on it pretty soon anyway. I don't know why I haven't, but yes, I'm planning on doing that. It's about time I go to bed. It's been a pretty successful day for this little guy. I'm proud of this. It has a good future in front of it. It's gonna get a new graphics card. Maybe. No, yeah, that's about it. Other than that, I think this thing's ready for all the games and everything else I'm gonna throw at it. I need to sleep. Good night.